Namaste. Hope all are doing fine. Welcome to Subhu's Launch Talk. In this episode, we are going to understand the difference between education and self development. Now, you'll ask me, what is the difference between the two? Education is about gathering outside information, whereas self development is about inward transformation, which means as we grow, education helps us to the extent of having a livelihood and understanding the world, while self transformation is what inward transformation is what leads you to contentment, leads you to peace, leads you to happiness, leads you to be a different person. It leads you to question yourself, what is it that I am here for? What is my role in this life apart from amassing material stuff? What is it that I have come here for? So in this episode, we will try to understand this, and I will be taking the example of Ravan and Ram. You will ask me why we talk about mythological stories and what has it got an impact on our life. I would like to ask a counter question. Do you like to see movies? So almost everybody like to see movies. कुछ ना कुछ मोबाइल है तो कुछ ना कुछ मूवी देखना ही है. Put some movie, शोले, all these movies. So let me ask you, do you think those stories are true? Do you think those characters are true? It is an imagination of some writer, director, and the people who produce a film. Yet, seeing a movie, you tend to get something out of it. You think, okay, if such a character exists, then this is how they are. This is how one should be, or this is how one should not be. One should be like a hero. One should not be like a villain. You carry that messages in your subconscious mind. There you don't get into a judgment of whether this story is true or not. So I look at mythology in the similar manner. Whether Ravan was there or Ram was there is a different question. But can we learn something from these characters? So Ram and Ravan are mythological characters, but they are also a manifestation or an example of attitude that is within us. Now you'll ask me, what is the difference? Ravan has 10 heads, and Ravan signifies the ego. I will explain to you what is ego, whereas Ram signifies a soul. I will now let us just understand this Ravan and Ram attitude and how it is present within us, and how our journey in life from Ravan Rajya, we need the characters show what is the Ram Rajya. That is how, what is it that you can learn from Ram. So Ravan's 10 head, what does it signify? Ravan's 10 head signifies number 1, lust, number 2, anger, number 3, greed, number 4, attachment, number 5, ego, number 6, jealousy, Number 7, hatred. Number 8, deceit. Number 9, stubbornness. And number 10, laziness. So these are the 10 heads of Ravan. And it is it signifies our ego. That means our ego has got is hydra headed like Ravan. It has got so many facets. And the ego always looks at what is in it for me. मेरे को क्या फायदा है, मेरे लिए क्या है, what is in it for me. And in the bargain, Ravan is self-centered, becomes self-centered. What is in it for me? And that ego consciousness, he works from the platform of ego consciousness. Now, what is an ego? Ego is your image of yourself, your own image of yourself. I am so and so, I am so and so, I am this, I am that, I am a finance guy, I am a marketing guy, I am a production guy, I am an eldest son of the house, I am the patriarch of this family. Ego is the own self image. So I am the king of this place. Whatever I want, I will take. So this ego consciousness is about a self-imposed image. And we also look at others from their roles, what roles they as per their role. A purchase manager, finance manager. So the ego is the image. Whereas when you when we talk about Ram's entire life is not about I am the king. I need this. I need respect. I need I need. I will do what I want. My father has given me all these things. The entire life of Ram is asking himself, "What can I do for others?" So Ram operates from the point of view of soul consciousness. That is, he considers everybody to be a similar soul. Here, you don't consider the other person from the point of view of role, but point of view of soul. He is another soul, just like me. So his thoughts is always about what can I do for the. So if you look at the, if you broadly look at it, a soul has got, when you operate from the soul point of view, it has got a sense of service. The entire Ram's life is about service, is about helping people who are in need of help. It is not about what is in it for me. It is about what can I do for others. And here is the stark difference between the attitude of Ram and the Ravan. Big difference. So Ravan justifies his anger. If his anger, he justifies his anger. Yes, I am angry for this particular thing. But the same anger brings down his downfall. Whereas Ram, in spite of asking him to go on the day of coronation to the forest, as per the promise that Dasharatha had given to Kaikai, he accepted that particular command and left for the forest, leaving his entire kingdom behind. Why did Ram do that? Because Ram was not operating from ego consciousness. Ram was operating from soul consciousness. He didn't become angry at all when he was told to go to the. Whereas Ravan, one who has a bloated ego, gets angry on anything and everything. If he doesn't get it, anger is justified. He justifies his anger. So what happens when you have a bloated ego? You are not punished by you are not punished for your anger. So when you have a bloated ego, you are not punished for your anger, rather you are punished by your anger. What is the difference? You are not punished for your anger. So okay, your anger, you justify your anger, so you're not punished for that. You're angry, but you are punished by your own anger. By being angry, you start doing certain steps which go against you. You tend to do, you feel that you're doing the right thing, but it ends up into an problem for you, downfall for you. Bec- How does this anger generate? Again, Ravan is an epitome of infinite desires. He continues to have one desire after another, one desire after another. And each desire, since he operates from the point of view of ego, makes him angry and angrier. He's angry with Ram, he's angry with anybody. He's angry with Hanuman when he comes there and says that Ram is. He's angry with Angad, who wants Ravan, that Ram will come and you better surrender to Ram or Ram will finish you. But man gets angry. He says, how it is possible that a normal human being, a normal man, will come and an ordinary man will come and destroy me. So this unlimited desires is a part of an ego, and because of that, you are not punished by your anger. Rather, you are punished by your anger. Now let's come to Ram. Ram had umpteen reasons to get angry. His wife was kidnapped. He lost his kingdom, and he had a hard life. He had to walk through the forest. He had umpteen reasons to be angry. But then Ram did not get angry at any situation. Why? Because Ram did not operate from the ego point of view. Ram operated from soul consciousness. That is, सब लोग हमारे जैसे ही है, everybody है. I am here to serve people. I am here to serve, give my best, or I am here to solve issues. I am here to be a friend for a friend, a son for a father, a brother for a brother, a husband for a wife, a terror for an enemy. So he He was not like all these things I'm doing for my himself. He was not greedy. He was not jealous. He was not self-oriented. Rather, he was full of love, compassion, and service. Raman, on one hand, was a man with jealousy, man with greed, and a man who had a big ego. Whereas Ram, in contrast, was an man of love, compassion, and service. Because Ravan operated from the point of view of what is in it for me, मेरे लिए क्या है. Whereas Ram operated from the premise, what can I do for others. Now we have, so what does education, now let me come to the line of education and transformation. Education, I said, is about collection of outside information. The more information you collect, the more you, it feeds your ego. You become PhD, you become this, you become whatever. It keeps on feeding your ego. मैंने ये किया, मैंने वो किया, मेरे अलावा दूसरा कोई नहीं है. I am the one who has come to change this world, and I am the one who is leading this world in the perfect manner. All others are just passing their time. टाइम पास कर रहे हैं. मैं ही है जो बराबर कर रहा हूँ. Whereas when you look at your own self, and when you look at your own operate from soul consciousness, it leads to an inward transformation to see all of them as equals. You see the world as world of equals, and all of them have come together at this point of time, and see how each one can be of service to another. So that is the difference between Ravan Rajya and Ram Rajya. So the story about Ram and Ravan is not about one villain, is not like a typical Hindi film story. Masala Hindi film कैसा होता है? Initially one family will be very happy. All of a sudden the hero will be asked, will be some difficulty will come to this hero. Like Ram was asked to go to the forest, and once he goes to the forest, the villain appears. The villain will harass the hero, and the hero will find himself helpless. And then the hero gathers some courage, and then finally he he has a fight scene with the villain, and the villain is flattened. खत्म, villain को खत्म कर दिया. This is a typical story. Hindi film, Hindi masala film story. Ram and Ravan story is not just a story. You can see Ravan in within you. You are born. There is an ego within you. And if you remove this false sense of image, this image of yourself, that is ego. It's a false sense of image. Like you go and tell somebody that you go to somebody and say, "Boss, I am the chief of a multinational company." The other person will ask you, "So what?" I remember my time in the sales field. There was a time when the trade, that is the dealers, when they were told that tomorrow my president of my company is going to visit your shop, for past 3 4 days before his visit, they will clean the shop, keep everything perfectly, 10 times call the manager, hey, what does he like? What should I give him? All those things. And today, when the same president comes in, that man says, boss, I won't be in town. I have to go to attend a parent teacher meet for my second standard son, which means today, even the if you carry a card of a president, the other person asking, so what? So the this is the this is what ego does. It makes you feel you are president, but for the world, you are just another person. You are just another person. So, so how do you differentiate yourself? You are as a person. So here is where once you move out of from the ego zone, and ego is categorized by jealousy, greed, anger, and operate from the soul point of view. You operate from love, compassion, and service. So with that, I come to the end of this video. And if one wonders what are the different types of service which we as ordinary people can do operating from soul consciousness, then you have in Hinduism it's called dan or seva. So you have annadan, you have aushadha dan, donation of medicines. You have jnana dan, knowledge, gyan dhyan. You can give knowledge to people. Shramadan, you can do some work with your hands and legs and do some Shramadan. Samaidhan, time, you can give some time to some people who are looking for some solace, like old parents, anybody. Just give some time for them. People who are in distress, give some time for them. So you, with all this effort, one can bring Ramarajya within himself and understand the dangers of being having a Ravan inside you. So tip of the day is राम को पहचानो. राम का रावण को भी रावण को समझो. रादर रावण को पहचानो, राम को समझो. So with that, I come to the end of this video. Hope you like this video. Like, share, subscribe, and don't forget to press the bell icon for more such videos. Till the next video, goodbye. Take care. Another way to understand soul consciousness is to take life as a trusteeship. That is, this life which we have got is given to us as a trust, in the form of a trust, and not to feed our ego. Soul consciousness is equal to trusteeship. That's how we understand the Ram Rajya. Ram lived as if the life is a trust that the divine forces bestowed. Unlike Ravan, who feels that he has come to life to grab whatever joys or whatever material comforts and make those things for his own. That is feeding his ego. So this is the difference which when one can understand Ram and Ravan. Ram is equal to trusteeship, Ravan is equal to ego.